Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And it's another cider I picked up on my travels in Somerset, Wales and Herefordshire. But actually, this one's in Shropshire, so I went to Shropshire as well. I've forgotten about that. I actually thought it was in Wales, because it was so close to the Welsh border. I thought it was in Wales. I mean, it felt like it was in the Welsh mountains, but I was just over the border in Shropshire at a brilliant, beautiful little cidery called Skyborry or Skibberry. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. So if anybody can tell me how it's pronounced, because I think I might be getting the emphasis wrong, then that would be brilliant. But I'm going to say Skyborry for now, because that's how it's written, so I'm going to assume that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. The village is called Skyborry or Skibberry or whatever. That's why it's called that. Anyway, this is their 2019 Rural Method Cider, medium, 6% ABV. Actually, they're in Knighton, which is just next to Skyborry or Skibberry. Powys, it says on here as well. So this says they're in Wales, not Shropshire. Danny told me I was in Shropshire. I believe him. So, I mean, that's how close to the border they were. Very, very close indeed. Rural Method. I've never heard it called that. I think this is Pet Nat. And I think they used to keeve, but they stopped keeving. And they tried racking, called cold racking. So you take so in the winter cold months, you take the fermenting juice off the lees and put it into another vessel, and you can do that several times. And that basically takes away all the nutrients in the yeast and means it won't fully ferment. So in the same way that keeving will stop it from fully fermenting, so you're left with residual sugar. I believe it's Pet Nat. It's also bottled before the end of fermentation. I believe. Pretty sure it is. I might be wrong. Yeah, and I think because I think they dosed it back with some of the previous year's cider as well. I think that's what he said. I can't remember. We talked about a lot of things, but beautiful place, overlooking a valley, just amazing. I think they've been making cider there for maybe 10, 11, 12 years, something like that. They get all their apples from the Wye Valley at the moment. I think they're trying to plant their own as well. But anyway, all hand-picked, standard orchards, etc. Non-spraying, they don't use sulfites. It's all very natural. Anyway, and a very pretty looking bottle as well, isn't it? Let's open it. Pop. Nice pop. You can see. It's fizzy. You got your smoking gun. Let's pour it out. I don't know what it looks like because I can't see through the green glass. So the varietals in this. So they've got Foxwhelp, which is a bitter sharp. So it's a sharp, in fact. So they're going to bring that for the acidity. Then I think it's Michelin, Dabinet and Chisel Jersey, which are all bittersweets. It's got 1 sharp, 3 bittersweets. So, I'm expecting this to taste like a really good sort of French-style keeved cider, actually. Gorgeous colour. Look at that. Not filtered, but they've racked it off, so it's nice. And disgorged it as well. So they were riddling to get the bottles upside down, so all the leaves was going into the neck. Then they were disgorging, getting rid of that, and then topping up the bottle, popping the cap back on. So that's how they get the brightness. And it is very bright, very beautiful looking thing. Very beautiful, very delicate bubbles by the looks of it as well. Which if it was Pet Nat, you'd assume it would be. Quite a gentle nose, quite a gentle, subtle nose, but it's got that deep, rich apple character, but it's very subtle, very subtle. More like baked apple than fresh apple. Yeah, really delicate nose. But I think it's going to deliver on the palate. Pretty sure it is. Let's try it. Reasonable amount of fizz. Nice bubbles though. Tannins from your bittersweets and your bittersweet basically. Yeah. Delicate. Nice acidity from the Foxwell. That's good. You just want a hint of acidity, not too much. It's more acid than a keeved cider would be, a traditional French keeved cider would be, I think. A little bit more sharpness, I want to say. It's minerality, aged, sweated apples kind of character on the palate. Very gentle. Hints of, I don't know, peach, stone fruit, something as well as apple on the palate. Very nice. Quite light, actually. Quite light, quite delicate with those fine bubbles. It's almost like an aperitif, I want to say this. Nice on a hot day, but yeah, actually the nose is waking up a bit. Now I'm swirling it around, getting some oxygen to it. It's quite a delicate nose. Get some sort of citric character on the nose as well. I want to say like lemon this is going to sound derogatory. It's not almost like a lemon air freshener character on the nose, which I think is really nice, actually. But it's very delicate, very delicate. I've got several bottles from these guys to try, some of which are sampled, some of which they don't sell anymore. I was just gifted them. But I've also got, what have I got? Oh, Pomage to try as well. So this is their pear in this one, which is pretty cool. I think it's pear, Pomage. Is it? I'm pretty sure it is. I might have to look that up. I'm pretty sure that's pear. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is. Like I said, I saw a lot of people talk about a lot of things. And yeah, also I'm getting old. I can't remember stuff. But this is a delicious, light, aperitif-like, delicate cider, I would say. Actually, now it's opened up, I'm going to eat my mouth. It's actually pretty. It's not. This is a good medium. It says medium, and I think this is a medium. I mean, some people will describe this as off dry. It just depends on your palate. I've had sweeter ciders than this that have been called sort of medium dries, and I've had dry ciders than this that were called medium. It's down to the palate of the person who makes it. This is a really nice. I think this would suit most palates because it's just got a hint of sweetness, but not very much at all. Just enough to balance the acidity and so forth. I do like a little bit of sugar. I must say, I really do. Yeah, looks beautiful and tastes good. Tastes really good. And I bought a case of that, so I'm very glad it tastes good. I'm going to flog it on the market. So there you go, guys. That's Skyberry, a rural method cider, medium, from Skyberry, whatever it's called, in Wales, Shropshire, Powys, wherever it is. Many questions. Okay, so that's that one down. Tick. And on we go. We keep going. We've got so much stuff to try. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, as always, in my shed. I do hope you join me again. But until then, cheers.